When we first laid eyes on Cheville, he was barely alive. We had brought him out of an abandoned house, a place long forgotten, empty of warmth or care. Strangely, Cheville wasn't just there by chance. He had been chained. Not just restrained, shackled with a thick, heavy chain that spoke volumes of cruelty. He had no strength left in his body. By the time we found him, he had collapsed. The stench around him was overwhelming. A mix of infection, neglect, and decay. It was something we would never forget. By his side lay a bowl of rotting rice, his only source of food. There was no water. His tongue, dry and cracked, told us he hadn't tasted a drop in days. When we rushed him to the vet, he drank water like his life depended on it, because it did. He emptied one bowl, then another. The vet, stunned, admitted he had never seen anything like this before. Cheville was hanging on by a thread. Just one more day without help, and he would have been gone forever. His condition was beyond heartbreaking. Malnourished to the extreme, he weighed only 20 pounds, barely a third of what he should. You could lift him like a feather. The skin on his neck and chest had started to rot and part of his tongue was missing. The remaining tissue blackened and necrotic. His body was covered in scars and infections, and yet, through it all, he kept fighting. "He wants to live," the vet whispered. "He's not giving up." But the odds were stacked against him. His health was so fragile that any surgery could kill him. Still, there was no other way. If we didn't act fast, he wouldn't make it. Within 2 weeks, Cheville underwent not one, but 3 major surgeries. In each, the veterinarians removed dead, infected tissue and tried to restore what little they could. He remained under intensive care for weeks, always teetering on the edge. But slowly, miraculously, the tide began to turn. After a full month, Cheville stood up. We cried. He stood, shaky, unsure but proud. He was more alert, in less pain, and slowly started to eat again. His wounds began to close and his weight increased. He still needed IV drips and antibiotics, but the worst was over. No one thought he'd survive, the vet said, but he did. He did something truly extraordinary. We stayed by his side for 3 full months, watching as this warrior overcame every obstacle. Cheville beat starvation, infection, and cruelty. He beat the odds, and then came the happiest moment of all. He met his new foster mum, a kind woman from Wichita who opened her heart and her home to him. Their first meeting was pure magic. Cheville walked up slowly, as if unsure whether this happiness was real. But the moment their eyes met, he wagged his tail and nestled into her arms. Love, unconditional and immediate, bloomed right there. But Cheville's story doesn't end there. We reported his case to the local authorities. After thorough investigation, they tracked down the owner of the abandoned property. A man who had moved to another city and claimed he'd never seen the dog before. It was a dead end. Then, one day, a local boy recognised Cheville. He often played soccer near the abandoned house and remembered a man who used to feed the dog. That clue helped us find the real person behind Cheville's suffering, a man who'd once owned him and used him in just illegal dog fights. Cheville had lost multiple times and, in the man's twisted logic, didn't deserve love anymore. So he tied him in a forgotten house, left to die a slow, painful death. Despite all of this, Cheville still trusted people, still believed in kindness, still gave love, and received it back tenfold. We threw him a party. Yes, a real celebration. After 4 long months of pain, surgeries, and healing, Cheville had not only survived but flourished. His tail wagged with joy, his eyes shone with new life, and his fur, once patchy and thin, began to grow back. Now Cheville lives in a warm home surrounded by love. He plays with his dog friends, eats good food, and enjoys gentle walks in the sun. He's finally free. Free from pain, from chains, from fear. He is no longer a victim, he is a survivor, a hero.
This is him. This is what he likes to do. Use us as scratching post. He's doing great. He's happy to be alive. He's alive because of all of you guys. Absolutely our biggest medical case that we've ever taken on. And he cost a lot of money, and a lot of people helped save this guy. If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't have gotten this shot. He is something. This is a dog that, you know, when we took him to CSU, he couldn't lift his head. He had a medical team on transport with us because he was in such critical care that we were scared that he couldn't even make it from K-State to Colorado State. That's just amazing to me. This is what we picked up, and absolutely not what we dropped off. And it is a great thing to see. It is a great thing to see a dog that was on death's door, that had people rooting for him but didn't really think that he could necessarily make it. He did it. He pulled through. You know, he never gave up. He never stopped fighting. And anybody says this is what he is. And he's funny. Like, he loves it if you grab toys and play with him and act like a dog and wrestle with him. He is a lucky dude. And I figured you guys deserve a sneak peek before the news crew gets here. They're actually here, but we're waiting for him to come in. Get out. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. He's such a good dog. Go see. Go see. Go see. It is so cool. It is such a blessing to be able to be a part of this. To be a part of a group that will never stop and doesn't give up. For dogs like Cheville, the underdogs, the ones that people don't want to take a chance on. Alright, so we are going to do our interview. But there's your sneak peek. Make sure you guys get on KWCH tonight. Check out his interview. He's 9 and 10. 9 and 10. Oh, shut up. You already met her once.
Yeah, that's the same person.
Alright, guys, so make sure you get on. It'll be on 9 and 10. Check him out. He's doing his thing. Alright, guys, you guys have a good day, and I hope your lunch got a little bit better. So talkative.
Cheville's story is a powerful reminder of what love, compassion, and second chances can do. Every life matters, even those who have been broken, forgotten, or left behind. If you believe in kindness, if you believe no creature deserves to suffer, If Cheville's story touched your heart, please share this story. Let the world know that rescue is possible, that healing is real, that love can change everything. Cheville survived because someone cared. Let's be that someone for the next Cheville and the next. Thank you for standing with him, and thank you for being a part of this beautiful journey.